not just shaping brands, but the businesses. They're also shaping the future of media, marketing, advertising, and leadership in India. This evening is not just about rankings or titles, it's about resilience, reinvention, ambition, and influence. It's about the women who continue to redefine leadership and inspire the next generation to dream bigger. So to you, we'd like to do our cheers and say a big thank you. But before we get going, let me also thank our co-partner, Bidwid. Please give them a big, big round of applause in joining us on this platform and being our co-partner. And to kickstart this wonderful event, I'd like to call upon stage the editor of Impact Magazine, a publication which has year to year shone a light on empowering and bringing on the visionary women of the industry in the forefront. Please give it up for none other than Neeta Nair.
So big warm welcome to the 13th edition of Impact 50 Most Influential Women list. Now they say the number 13 is not the luckiest of them all. But tell me who really needs that luck in this room? It's after all filled with power women who don't sit around waiting for the stars to align. As we gather here today, we celebrate the audacity of our winners to own boardrooms that they walk into. Women who have mastered the art of commanding their own sky, who can turn raw effort into a shining destiny. So sit back and be amazed, because today you shall hear stories of resilience and determination from each one of the leaders who come up on stage here today. Personalities who make us feel prouder to be part of the women brigade in the advertising, marketing, and media industry. A big thank you to all of you for being part of Impact's celebration of these trailblazers. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you so much, Neeta. Well, over the years, this platform has honored some of the most influential names in the industry. From Shireen Bhan in 2022, to Anupriya Acharya in 2023, to Sandhya Devanathan in 2024. So let's see, the big question is, who will be that next woman to join this benchmark legacy? The Impact Top 50 Women list has year after year become a benchmark for excellence in the industry. And with its 13th lucky edition, I'd like to quote, it promises to be bigger, sharper, and more inspiring than ever before. I know with a lot of us in the room and many of us prevalent on social media, I'd urge all of you to use the hashtag Impact50Women as one word when you put your sharing out on the social media. So we'd urge and request all of you, continue that on social media with hashtag Impact50Women as one word. So let's go all out and have a fantastic evening ahead, which of course is going to be translating to a beautiful night together. And now with this, it is indeed my honor to call in for the welcome address. A man known for his work, one of the most prominent figures in our industry. Please join me in welcoming the Chairman and Editor-in-Chief of BW Business World and the founder of Exchange for Media, Dr. Anurag Batra.
Good evening. Please give Bhavna a big round of applause. She's been hosting multiple events in the day. And gratitude to you, Bhavna. I'm not going to make a long speech. As Elizabeth Taylor said to many of her suitors, I won't keep you long. Lara, this is just for you. This joke was just to make you laugh, right? I think. First of all, it's my honor and privilege to be here, and my kudos to the Impact editorial team for curating possibly the most important list in our domain. We are not just a platform on advertising, marketing, media, and communication, but we are a business platform for this domain. Impact is in its 22nd year. On 1st June, it will complete 20. 20. Now it will complete 22 years or 23 years on 1st. Yeah, 5. 22 years. It will come. It will. We launched it in 2004, 1st June 2004. So it will complete 22 years and start its 23rd year. This is the 13th year of the list. The number ones and the number twos and the number threes in the list has changed. But what is the one thing about this list that hasn't changed? Can anybody guess? Guess? No, what is the one thing that hasn't changed? This is our jury chair. I think the list is also about the quality of a jury. So there is a lot of gratitude to Mr. Sam Balsara for chairing this jury with aplomb, chairing it with a democratic process, listening to every jury member, making sure it is fair, honest. And I can tell you the amount of calls, text, emails I get on this award are tremendous, and I have to politely tell them that Mr. Balsara is the jury chair. Either, you can send in the entry, I can shortlist from the 300 entries, but finally it is done by Mr. Balsara and the jury. And so my gratitude to Mr. Balsara. Please give Mr. Balsara a big round of applause. Our guest of honor, Miss Manisha Verma, she is the Additional Chief Secretary in the Government of Maharashtra. I have known her for a long time. This is my 29th year of knowing her. She is a close family friend, and she will be here, and she should be reaching here in 15 minutes. I just want to say that when we do this list, I sat through at least out of 13, I remember sitting through 6 juries. Some I haven't been there, and Naval has been to all 13. I can say that the quality of the shortlisted leaders to be evaluated, to be put in a 50 list is outstanding. I can also say that I keep saying that no awards are perfect. They're a process of elimination. And if you have to choose a list of 50, some outstanding people will go. Some of the people who are in the list are not there this year because they change jobs. There were certain parameters on which they didn't do well. And, Mr. Balsara spends a lot of time before the jury meets in the room. The jury was also you'll see a jury AV and you'll see the kind of people on the jury. It was a very involved jury. The whole day was spent. I want to say that the leaders today and the number top 10, if it matters, every number matters, but that let's say the top 10 matters, are people and are individuals, leaders who are making a huge impact. Some of them, I would say, they're well known, but I would say that in terms of a media product, we are discovering them or shining the light on them for the first time. We're also doing it at a time when there is a West Asia crisis. There is an official advisory from the government in terms of austerity. All the state government and CMs have been written to in terms of, dumbing down government expenditure. We're also doing this when there is a mental health epidemic in the country. Lots of young lives are being lost to mental health. Officially, 15% of Indians suffer from mental health, but the unofficial number may be high. And if you take mild anxiety in cities and you take the unaccounted mental health issues in rural and semi-rural areas, there may be a very large number of Indians suffering from mental health issues and may not be diagnosed. The responsibility I've seen, unfortunately, I lost my mother 19 months back, but I'm happy she was with us for 83 years, 4 months and 19 days. If she was alive on 6th June, she would have been 85. But I have seen from my own journey that, women and mothers. My mother was a school teacher. When I was 6-year-old, she became the principal of a school. Then she came to SCRD, and I saw how hard she worked, how she brought up me and my older sister. And, whatever I've learned, it is from my parents, whatever good at least, Sam. The rest I have learned along the way. I saw her nurturing people. I saw her building a home. I saw her building a career. I saw her bringing up children. But one thing I saw, they were better at listening. They were also better at scolding you and making sure you did the right thing. But they were also better at listening, less judgmental. The reason I say is the feminine qualities of leadership. And I don't want to give you any stereotypes for leadership. Today, all kinds of role models who are women exist in political leadership, in corporate leadership, in the media industry, in the content ecosystem, in the bureaucratic space, and Miss Manisha Verma will be here in a short while. I can only say that today feminine-centric leadership is the need of the hour. If you really want to deal with mental health, the men can also do their bit, but it's the women that are able to soothe frayed nerves and be able to give hope. I want to end by saying that I've said I love books and I buy a lot of books, and somehow it gives me happiness, and I think I'll be wiser. I've been doing it for many years, but hopefully someday they'll work. But I read this book that I continuously keep referring to. I read it 18 months back. It's called The Fluke. And translated in Urdu, it means tukka. In Hindi, it means, prarabdh. In English, serendipity, luck, chance. And it's written by a social scientist called Brian Klaas. And he basically does interesting storytelling, and he says that whatever we achieve, it is through luck, preordainment, and a series of miracles that we may not call miracles. And human beings give themselves too much credit for their success and little to their circumstances and what happens in the world. It's a book I'd recommend to all of you. I don't get any royalty, but it basically says human beings should be humbler, and the best way to do that is to look at if Donald Trump hadn't ducked, the world would be a very different place. Atul, I know you feel otherwise, but I want to end by saying when you see the winners on this list, they have come through an honest process. I keep saying there are only two perfect people in the world: Lord Shiva, because I'm a Hindu, and my wife. If you want to be politically correct, you can add Mr. Narendra Modi. So I can only say it's a close to perfect list. No awards are perfect, but it's an honest list which has come through a jury process, passed through Neeta's very detailed analysis, Naval, me, our editorial board, finally going to the jury room. So the winners that you see have some new winners. Some people have also moved up the list, and we've tried to bring some freshness. It is a mix of people from the business domain, from the digital leadership domain, from creative economy, from the editorial leadership, and of course, lots of CMOs. Our homestay or mainstay is CMOs. We are the homepage. This is our 26th year. On 1st June, we start our 27th year of Exchange for Media. We've come a long way thanks to your patronage. I remember me, Amit Naval, went to Sam 22 years back, said we want to do something with him. And for the last 20 years, we've been doing the Pitch Madison Advertising Outlook. So thanks to patronage of people like Mr. Sam Balsara, we've come a long way. My gratitude to you and everybody in the industry for trusting us and letting us do this. I have to tell you a story. Last week I was in Goa and I met Mr. Shashi Sinha and told him we were discussing Miss Lynn D'Souza. Some of you may remember her. And me and Naval we started doing a ranking of media planners. We both get a call one day and said, Lynn wants to meet over lunch. And of course we showed up. And Lynn said, you can't do this list because if you do this, the headhunters will easily access it and poach our people. And we dropped it. We are young. These days it's a little different. Nobody makes calls to us like that. Even if they do, we are able to handle it well. So thank you for allowing us to do this list. The job of a media product, of an editorial product, is to discover new people, discover new ideas, and to be able to bring them forth to our community. I think Impact's top 50 women list is a great example of that. I hope you agree with Sam's choice. If you agree with our choice, me, Naval, and Neeta are the ones to congratulate. The ones who are not in the list, and there are 10 people who called me who are not in the list, Mr. Sam Balsara is the reason you're not in the list. That's the reason we have a jury chair every year. But on a serious note, congratulations to all the winners in the list. Congratulations to the top 10 winners. And of course, we have a new number one, and I'm sure Mr. Balsara will give you some insights into it. Thank you, Mr. Balsara. Thank you, the jury members. God bless you. And we look forward to the list.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's give Dr. Anurag Batra a bigger round of applause. Thank you so much for joining us. And of course, as you rightly said, we're going to be shortly having the guest of honor joining in. But it is now time for me to call on stage our jury chair. Somebody who has spearheaded the process of evaluation for the Impact 50 Most Influential Women list for 13 years in a row. His opinion and word is where the industry trusts. He spent more than half a century in the advertising world and has seen the industry evolve very closely. Please, let's give it up for the chairman of Madison World, Mr. Sam Balsara.
Good evening, ladies, and the few men that are here. It's a true privilege for me and an honor to stand before you as chairman of the jury for this prestigious event, celebrating exceptional achievements of 50, actually 63, remarkable women who have defined excellence in advertising, marketing, and media. Tonight, we gather not just to acknowledge the transformative power of leadership, creativity, and resilience. First, I would like to express my gratitude, heartfelt gratitude to my fellow jury members, without whom this list would not have been possible. First, Dr. Anurag Batra, Naval Ahuja, Anupriya Acharya, Shashi Sinha, Karthik Sharma, Gaur Gupta, Satya Raghavan, Ajay Dang, Ashwin Deshpande, Harsha Razdan, Atul Hegde, Tanmay Prusti, Ditendra Dabas, Uday Jadhav, Neena Ilavia Jaipuria, Hemant Arora, Janardhan Pandey, 14 men, and for good measure, 3 women, so that we are not blamed of being partial. But you can understand why we are partial. Together, we undertook the challenging yet deeply inspiring task of evaluating an extraordinary array of nominations. It was a journey that reaffirmed our belief in women's immense talent, vision, and innovation in dynamic fields. To my colleagues, I say thank you for your dedication and discernment. It was a privilege to collaborate with you. Now, the top women leaders in India's advertising, marketing, and media industries tend to share a recognizable set of characteristics that combine strategic thinking, creativity, commercial leadership, digital fluency, and cultural influence. Lists such as Impact's 50 Most Influential Women show recurring patterns in what makes these women stand out. So, I have taken the trouble over the last 13 years to arrive at what I believe are the defining characteristics most commonly seen among these top 50 or 63 women in advertising, media, and marketing. The first is strategic business relationship. The common truths are strong P&L ownership, ability to scale business and brands, long-term strategic thinking, and comfort with high-pressure decision-making. The second is a deep consumer understanding. Top marketing and media leaders in India are exceptionally skilled at understanding Indian consumers across regions, languages, and cultures. They decide or they decode emotional triggers, understand aspiration driven markets, blend mass market and premium positioning, and anticipate trends rather early. This is especially critical in India's multi language, mobile first consumer environment. Digital first mindset, with now 60% of India's uh, market being digital, nearly all modern women leaders in the industry are digitally fluent. Creative intelligence plus commercial thinking. The best leaders combine artistic sensibility with business rigor. The best leaders, they can evaluate both. Will consumers love this? Will this grow market share? That dual capability is rare and highly valued for those who are eyeing this award in the years to come. Strong communication and influence. A recurring characteristic is executive presence. These leaders communicate clearly across teams, influence boards and stakeholders, inspire creative teams, handle public visibility, and build strong industry relationships. Resilience in a male dominated environment. Indian advertising and media leadership historically have skewed male, especially at senior executive levels. Top women leaders often demonstrate high resilience, political intelligence, and negotiation strength, and also persistence through bias and scrutiny. Ability to build high performance teams. Successful women leaders are frequently described as collaborative, empathetic, talent focused, and strong mentors. They tend to create inclusive workplaces, cross functional collaboration, high retention among teams, and future women leaders and nurturing them. Many actively mentor young professionals. Adaptability across industries, they work across a wide and varied range of industries like FMCG, tech platform, OTT, luxury, media networks, advertising agencies, and D2C startup. That adaptability reflects learning agility, strategic flexibility, and broad business understanding. And finally, personal brand power. The most influential women in Indian media, advertising, and marketing now function as brands themselves. They are often LinkedIn thought leaders, conference speakers, jury members, mentors, public intellectuals, diversity advocates. Their influence extends beyond their organization. How to be the incredible women we honor tonight. Your achievements are a testament to what is possible when passion meets purpose. Each of you represent the pinnacle of excellence in your domain, pushing boundaries, shattering stereotypes, and redefining what it means to lead. From shaping groundbreaking campaigns to setting new standards in communication strategy, storytelling, Your work not only drives business success, but also creates a lasting cultural impact. To get into some details, the breakup of the final winners tonight are 5 from the creative agency, 11 from the media agency, 1 from the digital agency. That seems a bit odd. Other agencies 1, news media 4, media content creators 4, platforms 7, and the biggest of them all, advertisers, as many as 30. Prominent leaders that have topped the list in the past have been Sandhya Devanathan, Anupriya Acharya, Shireen Ban, Kali Puri, Tanya Dubash, Nadia Chauhan, and the list goes on. Tonight is not just about celebrating milestones, it's also about envisioning the path forward. How can we ensure this momentum can continue? How can we foster environments where more women are empowered to lead, especially in times of crisis? I believe the answer lies in mentorship, allyship, and unwavering commitment to equity. The responsibility to build this future rests with all of us. To the young professionals in the audience tonight, look to these trailblazers as an inspiration and reminder, and remember that the sky is not the limit. Your vision is. Be bold, be curious, and never stop challenging the status quo. To the organizations that support these women, thank you for creating environments that value and amplify talent. Your support is indispensable, not just for the success of individuals, but for the progress of our entire wide economy. In closing, let me say this. Tonight, we celebrate more than individual accomplishments. We celebrate a movement, a collective spirit of innovation, determination, and leadership that will undoubtedly inspire generations to come. To all the honorees, congratulations. You're not just shaping the future of advertising, marketing, and media. You're shaping a future that belongs to all of us. Thank you very much for listening to me, and here's to the brilliance of women driving change.
Let's give it up for none other than Mr. Sam Balsara, everyone. Thank you so much, Mr. Balsara. Always such an honor having you amongst us in the room. Once again, come on, let that applause continue as we thank him for all his efforts and the legacy he's created for many of us to follow. And now, ladies and gentlemen, it's truly our privilege to acknowledge a distinguished leader joining us as the guest of honor tonight. Well, somebody who belongs to the Indian Administrative Service 1993 batch, and through her illustrious 3-decade career, she has contributed to the craft of several empowering, impactful, inclusive legislations, as well as the policies including National Food Security Act, Forest Rights Act, Rights of Person with Disabilities, Right to Education, Skill Development, farmer-producer companies, to name a few. Through her leadership and commitment to building a stronger ecosystem for innovation, entrepreneurship, and growth, she's somebody who has played an important role in shaping meaningful progress. It's truly an honor that she's here with us and joining us in this celebration. Ladies and gentlemen, let's give it up for IAS Additional Chief Secretary, Skills, Employment, Entrepreneurship and Innovation, Government of Maharashtra. Let's give it up for Manisha Verma. Ma'am, we request you to please join us on the stage and say a few words. Let's give it a warm round of applause as we welcome her.
I think should be okay. Good evening to all of you. It's really a privilege for me to stand before you this evening amongst the Impact 50 most influential women and to be in this room with so much of talent, quiet strength and vision. Let me begin with gratitude to our dear friend Dr. Anurag Batra. Anurag, you run Media Empire, you edit, you publish, you invest, you mentor, and yet you find time in midst of all this to celebrate women leaders. So my congratulations also to the editorial teams at Exchange for Media and BW Business World, to the distinguished jury, and above all to every woman being honored tonight. When I see the lives of leaders who make an impact, like all of you, the women in this room, I feel that real influence moves in a cyclical manner. It begins when a woman dares to challenge what is given to her. It deepens when she stops merely being a passive participation and starts to build. It multiplies when she inspires others and makes them believe that what she has accomplished is possible for others. And it renews when we pause to celebrate like this evening together. So friends, challenge, build, inspire, celebrate. This is the cycle. And let me now give some examples of each one of them, not from theory, not from textbooks, but a lived life, my own experiences. If you look at surmounting the challenge, many times we just get intimidated by any situational constraints, some illness, some financial problems, or any social issues. I'll just give you an example that when I was writing the civil services exam, which is supposed to be the toughest competitive exam, I had a major accident 10 days before the exam. And I had multiple fractures. I had a bleeding head with stitches in my head. And at that point of time, my father, who's generally very, very, pushy and always goading you to, take up any challenge, even he told me that beta तुम्हारे ऊपर है. ऐसी स्थिति में मैं नहीं कह सकता कि तुमको ये स्ट्रेन लेना चाहिए या नहीं. And I just told him that, Daddy, I feel at least I tried. I may not succeed this time in this situation, but at least the next cycle of exam will happen after 1 year. And let me go and at least to my kind of, maybe it was test of challenge or whatever, my resilience, that when I reached, it used to be a government center in Shalimar Bagh area in Delhi, where the school, government schools are your examination centers. And when I reached there, the center, my roll number was on 3rd floor. So I was on, since I had fractured my legs and I was on crutches, we really pleaded to the principal of that center to allow us to take the exam on the ground floor, but he didn't. And he said, no, it's a prestigious government exam. I will get into trouble. I can't give you any dispensation. And then eventually I had to pop in more painkillers, drag myself up to the 3rd floor. There were obviously no lifts at that time. I'm talking about 3.5 decades before. And then I somehow took the exam. I made it by God's grace. But I think, and I'm sharing this story not because I hardly share stories. We are trained to be faceless as bureaucrats. But I thought that this is the room, this is the space where I can say that at least don't allow your mind, the mind has huge power, and don't allow your mind to, give away or to succumb to external challenges. Fight for your dreams, live your dreams. The second thing I wanted to say was build, build inclusive spaces, inclusive environments, and where people feel encouraged and motivated. Let me give you another example. It was way back in 94 when I was posted as assistant collector in Mekar subdivision in Buldhana district. It has that crater lake called Lonar, and now it has become a tourist place. But at that time, it was a god-forsaken remote place where I first got my posting. When I landed there in the office, and the person sheepishly told me, my subordinate, when I wanted to go to freshen, that there are no restrooms for women in the office. And he was not being unkind. See, this is how we build, this is how we design spaces. He told me very politely, Madam, we never imagined, the PWD department never imagined that a woman will ever come to become the sub-divisional district magistrate and occupy this chair. And then I had to tell him, and then it sensitized me so much because I had gone from Delhi and I was from a decent family background, that I actually made it a point in every single office that was there in my district or jurisdiction from then onwards to make sure that there are these basic amenities which allow, dignified working spaces for women, and they are functional. Not only that, I discovered I always gave these dispensations that for a lactating mother, a working teacher, if she's being called for residential training, she's allowed to bring some elderly woman along with her so that in the breaks she can feed her child instead of being absent from the trainings that would lead her to her competencies. Why am I telling you these examples? Is to say that when we are in leadership positions, no matter what is the sector, our responsibility is not just to build wealth, it is to build institutions, it is to create a legacy, and a legacy that is nurturing for other women, and it is inclusive. The third thing what I wanted to tell you is that we celebrate. Once you have succeeded, I think it is women are very poor in acknowledging our own successes and celebrating. It is very important to share, to tell your stories and tell them loud and with legitimate pride. So that because when you are telling your stories of success, there are others, you are making them believe that it is possible for them. Maya Angelou said it so beautifully. Each time a woman stands up for herself, without knowing it visibly, without claiming it, she stands up for all women. When you rise, you never rise alone. Your journeys and your stories ignite the dreams in others and shows what is possible. So friends, we have, as a country, this event is not about celebrating just few of us. I think it is a celebration and having a national conversation of where we stand today. Today, women occupy nearly 42% of the work labor force. It is good. We have increased from 26% just 6 years ago. But if you see the world average, then we are far below. And men globally work, the percentage is 80% for men in the workforce. Only 1 out of 7 sitting in parliament who decide the fate of nation are women. You know that because of legislation, numbers of women in corporate boardrooms have increased, but not to the extent of what is there in Europe and developed countries, not in positions of influencing decision making. So I think it is time that we all reflect this larger and contribute to this national conversation of writing India's growth story with half of the human force that is also in leadership positions. So let me leave you with the cycle I began with. We challenge, we refuse the limits we are handed. We build not just wealth but legacy. We inspire because when one of us rise, thousands look up to us and we celebrate together like tonight. But this cycle doesn't end with celebration. After every evening like this, we go back and we challenge again. Only now to do with scars and bruises that have healed into strength, with more allies in the room, and with greater clarity on why it matters to us to live with purpose. Same cycle, and each time around, the circle gets a little wider and more people join in. My father always said, whenever there was challenging times, I remember that he always said or recited a शेर, इन बेरुख हवाओं से न घबरा तू है उकाब. Ukab is eagle. Beruk hawa is, winds, hard winds. So, in beruk हवाओं से तू न घबरा है उकाब. ये तो चलती हैं तुझे ऊंचा उड़ाने के लिए. So, friends, I congratulate you once again to every awardee, to the jury and to the team that has built this platform. Thank you for the work that you do. You're not only shaping brands and industries, you are shaping what the next girl believes she can dare to dream. Thank you for having me here.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's give her a big, big round of applause. Thank you so much for joining us today. And ladies and gentlemen, behind every prestigious list is a jury that brings the insight, passion, and perspective to the table. And tonight's list is no exception. Of course, our jury chair laid his insight on the same, and we're thoroughly grateful to Mr. Sam Balsara for being with us as well tonight and in celebrating this victory for all the women. And on that note, we are going to be taking this moment we've been all waiting for. Ladies and gentlemen, we're all set to begin with the felicitation of Impact 50 Most Influential Women of 2025. I would now like to request of course, all our presenters to join us on stage. And before they do so, just a note to all of you. All the winners are requested to join us on stage, but I know it is tough, and please hear me out, but we would request you to keep your winning speech under 1 minute. Now, please don't laugh out loud on me. I know that you can make that happen. Well, why? Because I believe that women can make that point, not circling around, but bullseye, right? Come on, give yourselves a big, big round of applause. So we request and urge all of you, all our winners, to please keep their winning speech under 1 minute. And on that note, please join me in now welcoming our presenters. Of course, starting with our guest of honor. Please give it up for Ms. Manisha Verma. Our jury chair, Mr. Sam Balsara. Let's give him a warm round of applause. Dr. Anurag Batra, Mr. Naval Ahuja, the leaders of Exchange for Media, joining us on stage. We'd also like to call upon Madhu Datta, the founder and CEO of House of MST, Prateek Kaur, co-founder, Footprint, and Ahmed Rahimullah, CMO, Tilak Nagar Industries. Come on, let's continue that energy. And before we begin with the 13th edition of the Impact Top 50 Women, you can see those hoots right there on the table. Come on, everyone. Let's pick out those trumpets. Let's give in your maximum energy. All those whistles. Come on, women. This night is for you. Let's celebrate one another. At the count of 3, 2, 1. Let's bring that energy, everyone. And keep those whistles. I know usually people do that for you, but I'm requesting you to do it for all the women out here. And with that, first, let's begin with the special mention in the list, and that is...
And the award goes to...
Congratulations, Priya Patiwala, co-founder and Chief Creative Officer, Steve Priya.
I will keep it under 1 minute. Good evening, everyone, dear friends. This is such a huge honor. I really didn't expect this. So coming here now is so special to me. I am really so grateful. But I have to say that this wonderful award, this honor, belongs to so many more people than just me. This award really belongs to God for bringing me here, right here. So thank you. This award belongs to the original woman of impact in my life, my mom, Thelma, who worked in Lintas for 40 years with so much love, commitment, and respect at a time when women didn't really step out to work and leave alone in advertising. So this award is for her. This award belongs to my mentors, my gurus, my teachers, to my dear beloved bosses who also became my friends, to Alec Padamsi, to Kersi Katrak, to Neville D'Souza and Josie Paul, who taught me that teamwork is the one thing that gets you anywhere. So keep believing in it. This award belongs to my hugely talented creative partner, Stephen Matthias, who always believes in me, even when I don't. So thank you. This award belongs to my team, without whom I could do nothing. I mean, I couldn't be here if it wasn't for my team. So thank you, Manish Padui, Arjun Chandravanshi, Mansi, my dear Deb, and all of you, so many more of you. Thank you for being the wind beneath my wings. This award belongs to this beautiful industry for giving us a platform, for giving us this beautiful canvas to paint on. It is amazing. This award really belongs to every single one of my clients for teaching me, for fighting with me, for pushing me, for challenging me, for always believing in me and trusting me with their brands. This award belongs to them. This award belongs to the people who have created this beautiful platform to give us a voice as one, to every single woman before me, in the present and in the future times to come, the legacy that we are building together. This award belongs to them. So thank you so much. I am so deeply grateful. Thank you for this.
Thank you so much, Priya. Thank you for joining us. And ladies and and gentlemen, on that note, of course, as she now joins the audience, and we're going to be moving ahead to the next one who joins us on the list after this special mention. Let's go for it.
And the award goes to
Congratulations, Gurmeet Kaur, Independent Business Advisor, former COO of Pinkel Anna. Come on, ladies, let's give it a big, big round of applause.
Well, thank you to the E4M grand jury, Mr. Balsara, Mr. Batra, Mr. Hoja, for believing in me enough to confer this award. I must say that standing here is a little bit overwhelming. I think we are surrounded by remarkable women, and that itself is a big, big honor. I come from a very different industry. I come from the automotive industry, which did not have any women to begin with when I joined them 20 years ago. Things have not changed much even today. I think I can safely say that I was mostly the only woman in the boardroom even today. But I think what matters is showing up every time. And I think that's really, really important. And I think I got the strength from having the unconditional backing of someone who's believed in me all along, my life partner. And he's supported me through every difficult choice I made, every difficult career decision. So I would say that this belongs to him as much as it does to me. Thank you.
Thank you so much and congratulations, Gurmeet. And with that, let's move ahead and find out who joins next on the list.
and the award goes to
Congratulations, Anuja Trivedi, Chief Strategy and Marketing Officer, Shimaru Entertainment. Anuja Trivedi. Anuja?
Thank you so much, E4M Impact. Thank you so much to the jury for this lovely award. I feel in equal parts humbled and elated to be on this list of women who I consider to be inspirational and many of whom I consider to be my mentors. So thank you so much for that. I think belief is something that has played a very big role in my life. So thank you so much to my family who taught me how to believe in myself. Thank you so much to my mentors, my bosses, my peers, who encouraged me, who challenged me, and probably believed in me when even I didn't believe that much in myself. Thank you so much to my team, many of whom are out there. Thank you so much for making me look good. And above all, I think this award is for the collective belief that we have at Shimaru, a belief in the power of storytelling, a belief in the power of possibilities, and above all, a belief in our people. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Anuja, and keep believing. And with that, before we move ahead, I'd like to thank Madhu, Pratik, and Ahmed. Thank you so much for joining us. And whilst our dignitaries are here with us on stage, We'd like to take the opportunity of inviting Manish Pawar, Group Managing Director, Alchemist, Vandana Shah, celebrity lawyer, author, social activist, as well as Kedar Ravangave, the Head of Marketing, Kotak Mahindra Bank. Let's give them all a big, big round of applause. Thank you so much, Kedar, Vandana, and Manish for joining us. And as our presenters are here with us on stage, let's take the opportunity to go ahead with our list with our next award winner.
And the award goes to
Please join me in congratulating Shubhra Saraf Sethi, Executive VP, Entertainment, Ad Sales Strategy, Chio Star. Bagging the rank at 48. Let's give it a big, big round of applause. Shubhra Saraf Sethi. Shubhra, we'd love to hear from you.
Thank you so much. Thank you, Impact. Thank you, members of the jury, Sam, Shashi, Anupriya, all of you, you are here. Thank you so much. Also, congratulations to all the wonderful women in this room. You guys are really, really inspiring and happy to be in the same list as you. This award is truly special. Not for what it really recognizes, but for more for what it acknowledges. I think it's not every day that you have people from the world of strategy on this list. So here's to all those women who work behind the scenes, but really are the backbone of so many large organizations, right? So here's to all of those women who are part of that. And you know what's got me here, that makes this moment really bigger than me. So cheers to that. And you know what's got me here is a lot of course, you know, there's hard work, passion, and resilience that we all have. But it's really the love for this industry. I think, you know, I just love the world of advertising, media, and brands. And it's that love which kept me going. But along this way, like I said, this road is not traveled alone. So I'd like to, of course, thank all the people along the way. First and foremost, the two most important men in my life, my husband and my son, for being my biggest cheerleaders, but also my biggest critique, and for all the love and support. Thank you, guys. And of course, my team who've braved the traffic and who've been here from my previous teams and this team. Thank you guys so much. You know, I get all my energy from you, and you guys bring out the best in me. So thank you so much to all my mentors and leaders at GeoStar. I mean, thanks for giving me the opportunity to grow, for guiding me and bringing me here. Last but not the least, my parents and my sister, who are truly the wind beneath my wings, for pushing me to really soar much higher than I could have thought of. So thank you. This means a lot. Thank you so much, guys.
Congratulations. Please, let's give it up once again for Shubhra. And next up, ladies and the few gentlemen, as Mr. Sam Balsara said at the start, let's go ahead to the next one. We're talking about...
And the award goes to
Dipanjali Sachwani, VP and Head Marketing, Franklin Templeton, India, at rank 46. Let's give it a big, big round of applause, making it a rank 46.
think, Sam, when you were talking about the new faces, I think I'm one of them. But I must admit and confess that when I got an email from you, I thought it was on work because I'm on the financial literacy committee at AMFI. But when it was a congratulatory email on this, I was absolutely elated. So the fact that I won this award means a lot to me. So thank you, jury members. But the fact that the email came from you kind of put me on seventh heaven, and it took my bosses some time to get me back on earth. But having said that, I think, I'm very grateful for this evening, but I'm also a little restless because the award is that of an influencer, right? It's bringing impact in that nature, and I think the role and the position that we are in, when we get that seat on the table, we need to pull in more chairs for women like us. So the message on inclusivity, the message on getting more people with you and not just you enjoying the spotlight is that important. Some people have their teams, some people have their families, and for me it's my 80-year-old mother who's sailed through the traffic who's here with me tonight, and my sister Kavita, who's also joined me and has been my soul and inspiration forever. Thank you guys, and this is for everybody, not just the winners, but more so their families who support them to get here, right? Thank you.
Congratulations, Gitanjali. And now, for at the rank 45, let's find out the winner.
And the award goes to
Aparajita Biswas, Head of Marketing, the Hindu Group. Please give it a big, big round of applause. Let's continue that applause as we celebrate each other tonight. Congratulations.
I'm truly humbled and honored to receive Impact 50 Most Influential Women Award. To be standing in a room filled with some of the greatest minds in advertising, media, and marketing is both inspiring as well as overwhelming. So thank you, jury, Impact, and E4M for this honor. My 18 years in advertising, media, and marketing have taught me one very important thing. Inspiration is not a soft emotion, but it's one of the most greatest forces in the universe. Thank you. I come from the Hindu Group, a 147-year-old media organization built on legacy, trust, and credibility. And what makes this journey truly meaningful is the power to work on some campaigns, some of the wonderful, meaningful campaigns, initiative, and storytelling that go beyond brand building. They move people, they build societies, they inspire industries and ecosystem to do better. And that's why this recognition is not mine alone. I want to thank everyone who have inspired me on this journey. First, to my wonderful team, my brand team, brand solution team, events team, and I will take a little more time to thank all of them. Thank you, Vikram, Ayappan, John, Srimati, Lavanya, Gautam, Sagar, Tanisha, Irfan, Arvind, Subbu, Abhilash, Shankar, Vrinda, Charu, Preeti, Priya, Shriram, Senthil. No, we are still understaffed. We are still understaffed. Mujib and Nirmal. You guys inspire me and make me look good. So thank you. This is for you. To Suresh Balakrishna, CRO, the Hindu group, my mentor and my manager. This award is as much yours as it is mine. Thank you for the inspiration, for your guidance and helping me become a better and confident version of myself. Thank you so much. To Navneet, CEO, the Hindu group, thank you for believing in me and trusting me. And to all my colleagues and seniors and leadership team at the Hindu group for the constant support, along with few senior members present here today, Anil and Satish, thank you so much. And lastly, my family, my parents, my sister, my husband, thank you for being my inspiration, for encouraging me to be unapologetically ambitious and also teaching me to lead life with empathy and kindness. And finally, thank you to all of you for sharing your inspiring stories. Thank you.
Thank you so much and congratulations.
You know, the family members are accompanying you, so please applaud louder. Otherwise, we know your parents are there, sister, husband. I also want to say that there are jury members. I see Mr. Karthik Sharma, Group CEO of Omnicom Media. I see Ms. Anupriya Acharya. I see Ms. Ashwini Deshpande. And these jury members, of course not you, Karthik, but Anupriya was number one. They volunteered to be not on the list and be on the jury. Ashwini is one of them, Anupriya. So clearly I want to say gratitude. And the last thing I want to say is that it's very important, you know. It's a book I read and I keep going back to. It's called Tuesdays with Mori. I read 20 years back, and you may have taken your lessons, but the only lesson I have from it is spend more time with your loved ones, husband, wife, brother, dog, parents, whatever. So I think that's the only message that counts, and I'm glad Gitanjali, your mother is there and your sister is there. I mean, these are the people who need to see your success. They know it, but seeing it at an event makes a difference. Just want to say that Sam is very, very organized in the way. I'm getting texts from people who are not in the list. I won't take names, but I don't think anybody does a more thorough or an honest job than Mr. Sam Balsara-led jury and all the jury members. So this list and the numbers are decided by Mr. Balsara, and we stick by it.
Thank you so much. And with that, a big thank you to Manish, Vandana and Kedar for joining us. Thank you so much for your valuable time. And ladies and gentlemen, before we move ahead to the next one, just a humble request. And think it out as I calculate. When I said, and I requested you for 1 minute, and I know that a lot of our emotions are running high and we want to talk because this is that platform. But Mr. Sam Balsara cannot be with us 3 hours standing on stage. Right? And I would want everyone to get that opportunity with our jury chair also to be in the picture. So please, just a humble request. I know it's very tough to cut it to 1 minute, but take it tops to maybe 90 seconds. I'm confident that we'll have a beautiful evening ahead, and I do not want to trouble my jury chair and all our dignitaries to keep standing on stage. So please, just a humble request to all the women out here, because we're on the 45th rank, and we're going to be going backwards. So please remember that I would request your kind acceptance of the same. Before we move ahead, please allow me an opportunity to invite on stage our next presenters, Atul Hegde, Founder Director of YAP, Rajkumar Ramali, Founder Director, Bidwid, along with Rajesh Jejurikar, the Executive Director, CEO, Mahindra & Mahindra Limited. Please, let's give them a big, big round of applause. Thank you so much for joining us. And now for the rank 44. Let's find it out.
And the award goes to
Aditi Mishra, CEO, Northstar UN.
So humble to be here and being chosen. So thank you, Impact. Thank you, jury. And keeping to your guidance, I'm just going to say thank you to everyone who's been supporting me, the team at home and also the team at work. And hopefully we can do more of this. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, Aditi, for joining us. And now, next one joining us in the list is...
And the award goes to
Vaishali Verma, Chief Executive Officer, Initiative, India. Let's give Vaishali a bigger round of applause on making it the Impact 50 Most Influential Women 2025. Would request you to please say a few words, Vaishali.
Thank you. It always feels special walking up to the stage, and thanks to Impact, Naval, Anurag, Sam. Thank you, ma'am, for that very real and inspiring stories. I think we need to hear more of that. All the women who are here, I think it takes a village of good souls and large hearts. And my story is no different. So thanks to family, friends, colleagues, who've always held space for me, who patiently heard me. And today is very, very special. I have both my daughters here, Sohani and Ashna, who are there, and my fellow traveler with me, my husband, Amin, he's also there. So it seems really, really special. The first time they're seeing me in the industry setup, which is great. So thank you. Thanks so much. Yeah.
Congratulations, Vaishali. And now for the next one joining us on the list.
and the award goes to
Anita Kotwani, Senior Partner Growth, Zoom Media, former Chief Client Officer of Dentsu South Asia. Please give Anita a bigger round of applause. And maybe request you to say a few words, Anita.
Good evening, everyone. It's indeed an honor to get this award. Thank you so much to the jury, to Impact, for recognizing and shining light on the formidable women in this industry. It's really an honor for all of us. I'd like to take this opportunity to also thank my previous bosses, my current bosses, my teams, my colleagues, and the people who enriched my professional career, challenged me, made me learn so much of this industry. So thank you so much to all of you. To my family, who's always been here every single year, your unwavering support has really got me standing here proud every single year. So thank you so much. I'd also like to thank my new family, the Zoom Media folks that I have joined, founders Suvir and Prateek. You have an amazing culture. So thank you so much for giving me an exhilarating quarter of my last professional journey. But this time around, I want to do something different. I also want to, with great humility, say thank you to some people we always omit in our thank you notes. I want to thank myself. I want to thank myself for the grit and the determination with which I have led this journey as a professional. It's not easy. It's a complicated journey as leaders in this industry. So I genuinely think all you women leaders who've transformed and grown your professional journey, salute yourselves. You've really done some amazing, resilient work for yourself. So thank yourself. Yes, celebrate this industry, celebrate the people who award us, but more importantly, celebrate the strength that you have within you to keep shining. Thank you so much.
Congratulations, Anita. And
I also want to acknowledge the fact that Tribes and Mr. Gaur Gupta are integral part. Gaur couldn't be here, but gratitude Tribe. I also see Ms. Tanya Goyal. They say behind a successful man is always a woman. Tanya ji, thank you for being here. She is a co-founder of Moge Labs and also co-founder or co-owner of Rediffusion and a better half in the Goyal family.
thank you so much. And with that, thank you so much, Rajesh, Atul, and Rajkumar for joining us. Thank you for your kind presence on stage. Thank you. And before we move ahead to our next acknowledgements, please join me in welcoming on stage Janardhan Pandey, founder and MD, Net Value Media, along with Ashwini Deshpande, co-founder and director, Elephant Design. Come on, let's bring more energy as we welcome our presenters. And of course, as they are our jury members as well. Let's give them a warm round of applause and our gratitude to welcoming them. Let's move ahead and find out who joins us next on the list.
And the award goes to
Please give it up to Soumya Iyer, founder and CEO, Livio Digital Private Limited. Let that applause continue. Soumya Iyer. Soumya, we'd love you to say a few words.
Thank you. Honored, grateful, a big thank you. I think I've been watching this list for the last 10 years now and very, very happy to be on the list and makes it even more meaningful that I'm sharing this with so many incredible women. So thank you. Thank you so much, Jury. Thank you, Impact. Thanks, Anurag. Thank you, Sam. Just 3 quick takeaways from my life's journey. I think the first is my belief in meritocracy and the grace of God when your intent is right. I've been able to grow DVO into a multi-country, 6-market agency with no external funding and no pedigree. And I think that for me is the power of Indian talent and meritocracy. 2 is I have lived my life in paradoxes. Like I love writing poetry as much as I love reading my balance sheets. I am an extremely devoted mother. My daughter is right here, but I also love my solo vacations. I love to party like there is no tomorrow. And I like to believe I'm a power boss in the boardrooms. I'm an extremely spiritual person, but also highly, highly ambitious. So I believe breaking these stereotypes has helped me in my journey in my life. And lastly, even as I've hustled, I have not forgotten to have fun. And I think a journey with no joy, the destination really doesn't make sense. So to all of you, please have a lot of fun. And I dedicate this award to the journey of all the women in this room. Thank you very much.
Thank you and congratulations, Soumya. And with that, let's move ahead and find out who joins us next on the list.
And the award goes to
Please join me in giving a big round of applause to Hema Malik, Chief Investment Officer, Omnicom Media.
Thank you. Thank you so much for this. As everybody said, this is not an individual award. There is a team, there is a family, and there is a mentor, and there are leaders who have guided you all through this. So this is for all of them. I just want to leave one thought behind, maybe from the learnings and a lot of thinking in the last couple of years, that our careers, we end up paying a lot of big price many a times. But a career is, we will always have difficult years and good years. But I think in all this, let's not lose ourselves. Let's prioritize and protect our mental well-being. You spoke about it. Our financial independence, very critical for women. And of course, our physical health. So this is very important. And that's the learning that I have. And if at all I can influence anyone with that thought, I'll be honored. And thank you, everyone. Special thanks to my biggest cheerleader, my husband, who's here today. I hope, trying to get one right picture for me, let's see. And thank you, Rajiv. This is as much your moment as it's mine. Thank you.
Congratulations, Hema. And with that, we move ahead and let's find out who joins us next on the list.
And the award goes to
Nikita Prasad, co-founder and creative head co-founder Veda Vaijiva. Let's give it a big round of applause. Congratulations, Nikita. Request you to say a few words.
Good evening, everyone. I'm so honored and grateful to be standing here and sharing the Impact 50 Most Influential Women 2025 list. And thanks to the jury members, to everyone who was a part of, recognizing my journey here. And I would like to thank my mentors, my family members, and my team members, and especially my mom and my mother-in-law who are here. So I think I'm very lucky to have them as my biggest supporter here. And one thing that I would like to share is, as a founder, I deeply believe that women today are not looking for permissions. They're already creating, they are leading, and they are creating impact in the rooms where no one would have imagined they could. And to be a small part of, this movement makes me feel so proud. And thanks, Impact, for making me a part of it. And to every young woman who's watching this, and especially the one who's trying to build something from scratch, I would encourage you to listen to yourself, be consistent, and don't ever let your self-doubt be more powerful than your ambitions. Thanks again, Impact.
Thank you and congratulations, Nikita. And thank you so much, Ashwini and Janardhan, for joining us. And with that, allow me an opportunity to now call upon stage our jury member, Hemant Arora, VP and Global Head, Truecaller Ads Business. Let's give him a big round of applause, along with Tanya Goyal, Executive Director, Ubi Media and Rediffusion. Thank you so much, Hemant and Tanya, for joining us. And let's move ahead and find out who joins us next on the list.
And the award goes to
Let's give it up for Harmeet Singh, Chief Brand Officer, The Body Shop, India. Join me in congratulating Harmeet as she receives this honor tonight. And we'd love you to say a few words, Harmeet.
Okay, I'm going to keep it as short. It's because I do, I agree that we cannot have the jury waiting. So thank you all. Thank you, each one of you. As I said, this award is not for me. It's actually for the complete Body Shop team, the complete, all the mentors, the team members, each and every person who supported in my journey of 20 years in the Body Shop. So 20 years in India and 20 years of my journey in the India Body Shop. So yeah, so 2 decades. Yes, thank you so much. And I must say, the first person I wanted to thank is my father, who always reminded me of this quote. Beta, impossible also says, I am possible. This is something, it has stayed with me always. Of course, there has been lot of good times and challenging times, but I think it's the courage, it's the belief, and of course, it's the support of all the loved ones and the supporters in family, friends, and at work that made me reach here. And thank you to you all, to Impact, to E4M, and to all the jury members for helping me to, that I'm here today just because of you all. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Thank you and congratulations, Harmeet. And with that, let's move ahead and find out who joins us next on the list.
And the award goes to
Pooja Baid, CMO, Vansani India Home Solutions, Philips. Come on, everyone in the room, let that applause continue as we celebrate Pooja's victory tonight. As she bags this incredible award. Let that applause continue as we congratulate her. Pooja, we'd love you to say a few words.
Thank you, everyone. Thank you, jury, for recognizing and acknowledging this effort for this award. I think I just want to acknowledge the fact that all of us here, me especially, I'm deeply privileged. Deeply privileged not just for this award, but for the fact of the opportunities that I was given, of the choices that I could make, of the support that I received from everybody who has been with me in this journey. So I'm deeply grateful for that. Before I leave this stage, there is one person in my life that I would like to definitely thank. He's been my friend, philosopher, guide, mentor, manager, boss, whatever, for the last whole decade. And the fact that I'm here is entirely because of him. To the MD CEO of the company, Gul Taurani, thank you so much for being the wind beneath my wings.
Thank you so much and congratulations, Pooja. And with that, ladies and gentlemen, we move ahead to our next one joining us on the list.
And the award goes to
Padmaja Joshi, Managing Editor and Primetime Anchor, NDTV 24/7. Padmaja, a big round of applause as she receives this honor tonight. And may we request you to please say a few words.
As Mr. Batra has just mentioned, it's a wonderful day to be getting this award because our MD CEO Rahul Kamal has completed a year at NDTV and Modi ji has completed 12 years, as you did not fail to mention. On a serious note, I want to take this moment to talk about the importance of this list. For a very long time, women were present in most places of work as tokens. In a manner, you would have that token one woman. They would be there for the diversity, for the inclusivity. And I think this list proves that
you're not just the token presence anymore. There are 50 very powerful, influential women sitting right here, and there are hundreds more who were there on the short list, who could not be included, who are calling up Mr. Batra and complaining, who are going to be hounding him for the next 1 year. And Mr. Balsara, he's quickly diverted all those women towards you, very angry and very deserving. So these women are not there for their diversity. They are there because they are deserving, they are demanding. They're going to be breaking down the doors to your boardrooms, to your hospitals, to the government, to places where decisions are made, and more power to them. On a personal note, I would like to thank, of course, our entire team at NDTV, to all the men and women who have mentored me, guided me, and more importantly, the women who have walked before us. It's because of them that our fight has been so much easier. We've all seen our mothers struggle, where they were called just homemakers, just teachers. My own mother was just a teacher, but everything I am today, I am because of her, and because of my family, and because of my father. And to all of them, thank you very much. Thank you, jury. Thank you, Impact. Thank you.
Thank you and congratulations, Padmaja. And with that, ladies and gentlemen, we move ahead to the next one joining us on the list.
And the award goes to
Sanchita Ganguly, Asia Business Team Lead, Biocrop Science Limited. Well, the fun fact is Sanchita is actually in my own building. So we're going to be having her father collect the award on her behalf. Let's give them a big, big round of applause and let's congratulate Sanchita on this win. One second. We also have a video message from Sanchita. Can we play that on the screen?
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I am truly honored to receive this award tonight. My heartfelt thanks to the entire team of Impact Magazine, the esteemed jury, and special thanks to Mr. Ajay Dan for his belief in me. I shared this award with every team I have been part of and continue to be a part of. Thank you for shaping me into the leader I am today. I dedicate this award to my parents, Mandira and Swapan Kumar Ganguly, my spouse, Saikat Adhikari, my son, Aharan, and close friends. They have been a constant source of strength to me. It's only fitting that my father is accepting this award on my behalf tonight. To all the women who are starting off their career, as they say, don't walk as if you own this world. Walk as if you don't care who does. Be fearless and give it your best shot. Thank you once again and have a lovely evening ahead.
Thank you so much and thank you so much for joining us. Ladies and gentlemen, once again, let's give it up for Sanchita Ganguly. And with this, let's move ahead and find out who joins us next on the list.
And the award goes to
Anupama Ramaswamy, Chief Creative Officer and Managing Director, Avis Creative India. Well, Anupama couldn't join us, but we do have a video message from her.
Thank you, Impact Magazine and the esteemed jury for choosing me as one of the top 50 women 2026. It's truly an honor and a privilege to be part of such a stellar list of extraordinary women who are sitting here in front of me. I'm so sorry I couldn't be a part of it. Women who are breaking barriers, creating impact and inspiring change every single day. And you know what makes this recognition even more meaningful is what it stands for. It's an effort to inspire young girls and women to dream bigger, aim higher, and believe that they and their voices and their contributions actually matter. I hope, Impact, you continue celebrating and acknowledging these women who are doing so much more, often quietly, but powerfully. So I feel deeply humbled to be placed amongst such remarkable women. And I accept this recognition with immense gratitude, but a huge shout out to everyone at Havas for fostering a generous and empowering leadership culture that truly allows people to shine and grow. And none of this would have been possible without my incredible and talented team, my clients, and the trust and belief that they continue to place in me every single day. So the recognition actually belongs to all of us. Thank you once again.
And with that, we're going to be now presenting the award to somebody who's collecting on behalf of Anupama. Anupama couldn't join us in person, but let's give them a big round of applause. Congratulations. And with that, let's move ahead to the next one and let's find out who joins us next on the list.
And the award goes to
Congratulations, Shirley Mehrotra, CEO, Fixderma, India. Well, Shirley couldn't join us in person, but we do have a message from her behalf.
It's truly an honor to receive the Impact 50 Most Influential Women Award. Thank you for this recognition. 15 years ago, when we launched Fixderma and FC Skincare, our goal wasn't to chase beauty trends. We set out to solve real skin concerns through science, honesty, and credibility. Today, that vision has grown into a brand trusted by 15,000 dermatologists, loved by 5 million consumers, and present in over 35 countries. As a woman entrepreneur, I have learned that leadership is rarely about being the loudest voice in the room. It's about resilience. It's about showing up every single day, even when growth is slow, and even when no one is applauding your efforts yet. This award belongs to my team, my family, our doctors, and every consumer who trusts us. Thank you once again for this honor. It truly means a lot.
Thank you and congratulations to Shirley. As we move ahead, let's progress towards the next one joining us on the list.
And the award goes to
Rashi Sananaran, founder and CEO, Heads Up Hotels. Well, Rashi can join us in person here. We've got a message from her.
Hi everyone, I'm sorry I'm not there in person today, but I'm so honored to be included in this Impact's 50 Most Influential Women's list. To me, influence has never really been about visibility or titles. I think it's so much about what we choose to build, the values that we stand for, and the impact that we leave through people, culture, and community. Over the last many years, I've had the privilege of building Heads Up for Tails alongside an amazing team with one simple belief that pets are family. And this started as love for one dog, and it's grown into something far more meaningful, which is really a movement towards making the world a little bit kinder, more compassionate, more empathetic for animals. And so this recognition really belongs to every person who has helped bring that vision to life. Thank you so much to Impact, the jury, and everyone who has been part of this journey. It truly means so much.
Congratulations, Rashi. And before we move ahead to our next one, may I take the opportunity of thanking Hemant as well as Tanya for joining us. Thank you so much. Let's give them a warm round of applause. Thank you so much, Hemant and Tanya, for joining us. And may I now take the opportunity of inviting on stage Suresh Balakrishna, CRO, the Hindu Group. Come on, let's give him a big round of applause as we welcome him. And with this, let's progress towards finding out who joins us next on the list.
And the award goes to
VP Nageshwari, Head of Business Electric SUVs, Mahindra Electric Automobile Limited. few words, Riti.
Thank you so much. Thank you, Impact. This means a lot. I have a confession. I'm not a marketeer. I'm actually a hardcore techie. But one fine day, someone who happens to be in this room decided that, this is exactly the person who should make India fall in love with Mahindra's all new electrics. And I was like, okay, can't be hard, right? Let's do it. But here's what I inherited. A year back, electrics were these, they had a certain reputation. They were these boring, practical, responsible car, the ones you bought with head, not with heart. And that's exactly what we wanted to destroy. And we wanted to create that moment of, mass hysteria, that moment of how we felt when we won the 1983 World Cup, that feeling of Neeraj Chopra's golden throw, that moment of Chandrayaan touchdown. But yeah, we wanted to do it for a car, an Indian car. And fast forward 12 months, today we have 55,000 Mahindra Electrics on road, and we are #1 electric brand by revenue. So yeah, that's someone who gave me all this madness is here, Rajesh. Rajesh Jajurekar, thank you for trusting me with this. And of course, to my team, they do everything. I just collect trophies. It's a brilliant arrangement I intend to keep. And to my parents who are here with me today, thank you for raising me curious. And never once they've asked me to play safe. And finally, of course, to my husband, he's back home with my 2-year-old twin boys. He couldn't make it. The boys didn't give him the permission. So yeah, thank you again. This is huge.
Thank you so much, Riti. Let that applause continue, ladies and gentlemen. All right, ladies and gentlemen, just some humor on stage. Let's move ahead to our next one joining us on the list.
And the award goes to
Give it up for Swati Bhargava, co-founder, Cash Karo and Earn Karo. Well, Swati couldn't join us in person. We've got a message from her.
Thank you, Impact Magazine and the jury for this recognition. It's indeed an honor to be amongst Impact 50 most influential women and such stalwarts from the advertising and media industry. Cash Karo is now the largest performance marketing partner for all e-commerce in India, driving 10,000 crores in annual sales. And Earn Karo has become the #1 affiliate marketing platform for all content creators, earning lakhs every month in additional income. This recognition is a reflection of that journey and of course the many, many marketing lessons we've had along the way. So thank you so much. Congratulations to all my fellow awardees. It's great to be here with you all.
Congratulations, Swati. On that note, let's move ahead and find out the next one joining us on the list.
and the award goes to
Tamanna Inamdar, Managing Editor, NDTV Profit. Please give Tamanna a big round of applause. Tamanna, we'd love to hear from you.
So we anchors who work in live TV are very good at keeping time. Let's see if I make it to 90 seconds or not. I look at this list of 50 women and it strikes me that most people on this list would be second generation, many of them first generation women who have walked out of the house to make a career, which is not a side hustle, but a real career. And look at what's happened in just 20 years of women getting that opportunity. Look at the positions sitting in this room and what we are able to do right now. Now imagine another 10, 20 years of that opportunity, and you're going to have a much bigger list than just 50. It makes me extremely proud to be on this list. I want to thank the jury and the one and only Sam Balsara, who heads this jury, for having my name on it. It means the world, sir. I think organizations like NDTV really give one the opportunity to shine, but in a long career, it's the people you meet along the way, the family who stands by you, the partner who listens to all your unending stories and complaints through the night, the child whose PTA you didn't turn up for, who still forgives you, loves you, and is here cheering for you. And I remember when I started as a field reporter, and in my first job, when I had my first 16-hour day, I called up my dad, who's here today, and said, I think this is not for me, I'm quitting. He said, no daughter of mine is going to quit, get back to work. Well, I'm still here, and he's here today as well. So thank you to all of you. Absolutely a pleasure to be on this list. Thank you.
Thank you so much, and congratulations, Tamanna. Let's give it a warm, warm round of applause. And with the same energy and enthusiasm, we move ahead and let's find out who joins us next on the list.
And the award goes to
Mighty congratulations, Lakshmi Shetty, Head Advertisement Revenue Broadcast and Digital Zee Entertainment Enterprises Limited. Well, Lakshmi couldn't join us in person. We've got a message from her.
Good evening, everybody. Thank you to the Impact team and Sam Balsara sir for this incredible honor. Being recognized as an Impact 50 Women Achiever is truly, truly special. People often say there is no I in team, and this award is proof of that. It belongs to my team as much as it does to me. They also say behind every successful person is someone cheering them on. For me, that's been my partner, Vikrant, standing beside me through every ambition, challenge, and impossible deadline. To my parents, thank you for teaching me one rule that matters: never give up. And this award is testimony of that. To my daughter, thank you for lending me your childhood moments. I promise to reclaim them. And to the two PGs of my life, no, not parental guidance, though both did shape them. Legendary Mr. Pradeep Gua, my first PG, thank you for teaching me the business and believing in me. And my second PG, Puneet Goenka and Z, thank you for the trust and freedom to put those lessons into action. And finally, thank you, Joy, for constantly pushing me beyond comfort zones. This may have my name on it, but it was never a solo act. Thank you.
Well, congratulations. And ladies and gentlemen, with that, we move ahead to our next one joining us on the list. Request your attention on the screen.
And the award goes to
Mighty congratulations, Anisha Iyer, CEO, OMD India. Please do join me in giving Anisha a big, big round of applause. Anisha, we'd love to hear from you.
Good evening, and thank you, Impact, and thank you all you guys for this honor. Congratulations to all my fellow lovely ladies of the evening. Along the way too many people to thank, and I know I have a few seconds to wrap up, but today is special. My parents are here, but more importantly, my father's here. There was Actually, it was planned that it would take a few years for me of consistency before I could invite him for an event like this. And now, after so many years of being consistent, I think I was slightly more confident to call him over so he can be here today. Through all my life, he's been the constant, but I will give you the one lesson that I don't think he spoke it in as many words, but what I learned, and maybe it'll be useful to a lot of you, but he taught me how to put love in the middle of everything, but still be emotionally independent. And I'm supremely grateful. Bas, thank you very much. Have a lovely evening.
Thank you and congratulations.
Mr. Iyer, thank you for being here. You remember me from the flight a couple of years back, maybe 3, maybe 4, I don't know. Whenever you came back to India, one day I was flying from Delhi to Mumbai, and a certain gentleman was sitting next to me, and his body language was, you can talk to me, I won't shoot you. Because sometimes on flights, your people with body language, if you talk to me, I'd just take out the gun and shoot you. So and then he asked me, so what do I do? So I told them. I mean, he knew business world, but he didn't know exchange for media. And he said, my daughter works in advertising. She was in Indonesia. You were in Indonesia? Malaysia. And she's come back from Malaysia. I said, okay, she's in advertising. What's her name? I said, Anisha Iyer. And that's how I met Mr. Iyer in the flight. And he then said, let me show you. And he showed me an exchange for media post about her coming back to India. That's how I met Mr. Iyer. But one thing, he didn't know who I was. And he told me how well his daughter is doing, and he was mighty proud of you, Anisha. I can tell you, he didn't know and since then we exchanged mails and we kept in touch. So congratulations to you, Mrs. Iyer and Mr. Iyer.
Thank you and congratulations, Anisha. And with that, ladies and gentlemen, let's move ahead and find out the next one joining us on the list.
And the award goes to...
Let's give it up for Rasika Prashant, Growth Marketing Consultant, co-founder, Tata Soulful. Please give Rasika a big round of applause as she bags this incredible honor tonight. We'd love to hear from you.
Thank you so much to each one on stage for conferring me with this award. You know what was so impactful about today? A lot of women I see in this room, we've been in the same boardroom and we've created so much energy, and it's amazing how this room has more energy than I've seen in any other event. So kudos to all the women out here. This award is truly special to me because knowingly or unknowingly, impact has been the theme of my career journey. Why? Because I started my career with Ogilvy, seriously, where I was engaging with rural marketing and creating impact in the rural space. Moving on to Soulful, where we created impact with nutrition, where we took nutrition to grassroots. My first investor was an impact investor, Avishkar Capital. Then selling our company to Tata, which is the most impactful brand in the country, and creating impact by creating and increasing diversity in those boardrooms. To today, as I step on to a new journey in my career, which is going to be a lot more impactful, where I'll be encouraging and scaling the next gen entrepreneurs and founders. So I think thank you so much for conferring me with this award. I would like to thank 3 people in this journey. My mom, who started a career as a telephone operator and exited as a CEO of a shipping company. My husband, who I messaged while I was sitting here, saying that, you know, most people have come with their families, and he said, oops, should I have come? I said, no, you're creating impact, because he's taking care of my 2 beautiful daughters back home. And he was my first co-founder. And my 2 girls, my daughter's 10th birthday is tomorrow. And as we all women multitask, I will take the 11:30 flight back home so that I'm back in time for her. Thank you so much. And cheers to all the women who multitask and make this authentic and ambitious. Thanks a lot.
Thank you so much and congratulations, Rasika. And thank you so much, Suresh, for joining us on this platform. Let's give him a big, big round of applause as we thank him for all his presence and contribution. May I take the opportunity of inviting on stage Ashwin Padmanabhan, the Chief Operating Officer, South Asia, WPP Media. Let's give him a big, big round of applause as we invite him on the stage. Thank you so much, Ashwin, for joining us today. And with that, let's move ahead and find out who joins us next on the list.
And the award goes to
Swati Bhattacharya, creative without a title. Well, Swati isn't here with us in person, but we've got a message from her side. Well, Swati can join us today. We've got a message.
This means a lot, and every time I've made it to the list, it's always been a moment of pure humility and gratitude, except for this time. This time I've given myself the permission to be like crazy proud. 2025 was a different year for me, and I was in a new city, but this is the time to talk about what happened to me there. There were so many girls from our industry reaching out to me and, coming to see me with little cards, a flower, a potted plant. And I would take this moment to thank them. Neha, Vedika, Archie, Isra, Meghna, Garima, Anushri, Shruti, Reshmi, Alicia, Pranali, Shweta, Shreya, Moni, Nidhi, Swati, and Sneha. You know what? You came for mentorship from me, but you fools, you didn't realize you mentored me. So thank you. And the day all of you make it to the impact list, I'll be cheering for you the hardest. Thank you.
Congratulations, Swati. And with that, ladies and gentlemen, let's move ahead and find out the next one joining us on the list.
And the award goes to
Please help me in congratulating Darshana Shah, Chief Marketing Officer, Aditya Birla Capital. Well, Darshana couldn't join us in person, but we have somebody on her behalf collecting the award for Darshana. Thank you so much. Let's continue with that applause. I'm sure Darshana is watching it in the live feed. Please to pass on our congratulations to Darshana. Thank you so much. And let's now proceed and find out who joins us next on the list.
And the award goes to
Let's give it up for Asha Karga, Chief Customer and Brand Officer, Mahindra and Mahindra Limited. Well, Asha couldn't join us in person. We've got a message from her. Let's hear it out.
Good evening, everyone. Thank you, Impact. Thank you to the jury for once again including me on this really prestigious list. This award actually belongs to my fabulous team. It belongs to exceptional colleagues I've had the privilege of working with, and the many organizations which have contributed and made me the person I am. I'd like to wish every woman in the room a big, big congratulations. It's an honor to be included with you, and I wish you all a fabulous evening. Thank you.
Congratulations, Asha. And with this, we move ahead and find out the next one joining us on the list. Request your attention on the screen.
And the award goes to
Mighty congratulations, Anurita Chopra, Category Head Oral Health, Middle East and Africa, Well, Anurita isn't here amongst us, but I believe we do have a video on her behalf. Let's play that out.
Hi everyone. It's an honor and a complete privilege to yet again be recognized in the top 50 most influential women by Impact. I'd love to continue to inspire everyone, all the women who deserve to be out here, and I'm wishing you all the best to feature in the same list in the years forward. Thank you.
Congratulations to Anuritha on that wonderful award. We now move ahead and let's find out our next winner. Request your attention on the screen.
And the award goes to
Anuradha Agarwal, Director Marketing, Amazon India. Let's give it a big round of applause as we request her presence on the stage. Join me in giving Anuradha a big round of applause. Anuradha, we'd love to hear from you.
It's great to see so many familiar faces in the room, but actually it's interesting. When I started my journey a really long time ago in the corporate world, it was really hard to find women in the rooms that we were in. So it's amazing to see so many women doing so well and in such senior positions, of course in the world of marketing, but in very diverse fields. So diversity isn't just about having a woman in the room. Diversity is about diversity of thought, the kind of work you guys are doing, the kind of startups you're running, the kind of, streams of consciousness that you're creating. So I'm super excited to be here with all of you. There's so many young people here, Sam. I feel really old. And but it's so exciting to be here with everyone, and all the best for all of you. I've thanked my family a lot over the years. So I'll just say thank you for the village which keeps my life going. Thank you for all the people who take care of my life, my time. Thanks for the support that I get from my children. My daughter's here right now. And every time I told her, I know I'm wasting your time, she said, I'm here for you. So don't worry. We are going to wait till the time that you get on stage. So, and I'm grateful for my adult daughters for being my cheerleaders, because I will always be theirs. So thanks very much.
Congratulations and thank you so much, Anuradha. And with that, ladies and gentlemen, let's find out the next one joining us on the list.
And the award goes to
Kanika Kalra, Director Consumer App and Platform, Google. Well, Kanika couldn't join us in person, but we have a message from her side. Let's hear
Good
from her.
evening, everybody, and thank you so much for this honor. It is truly an honor to be recognized amongst Impact's 50 most influential women. A big thank you to Anurag and Naval for creating a platform like this, and also my gratitude to Neeta, as well as to the juries chaired by the legendary Sam Balsara. Thank you very much for showing your faith in my journey. I would also like to thank the teams and the mentors that I've had over these years. And to all the other winners, many congratulations, and let's keep breaking the ceiling. Thank you.
Welcome, congratulations. And on that note, let's go ahead and find out the next one joining us on the list.
And the award goes to
Let's give it up for Laura Balsara Waterford, Executive Director, Madison World. What an iconic moment. Lara, we'd love to hear from you.
So thank you, Impact, for starting these awards and more importantly, continuing with them over the last 13 years. I think today with the stuff that we read in the papers on what's happening to women, I think it's very important to have awards to celebrate women. It's been a privilege to be here in this room and to hear inspiring stories of women, especially starting with you, ma'am, all the real stories, because I think the fact is that the struggle is real. So thank you once again. It's these awards also are a recognition of the work done by the organization. So on behalf of Madison and all the women of Madison, a big thank you to everyone.
Thank you and congratulations, Lara. And a big thank you to Ashwin for joining us. Let's give him a big round of applause. Thank you so much. And may I now also take the opportunity of inviting on stage Karthik Sharma, CEO, Omnicom Media India, to please join us and help us with the next set of felicitations. Please let's give Karthik a warm round of applause. And next up on the list is...
And the award goes to
Gayatri Yadav, Group CMO and EVP, Strategic Initiatives, Chairman's Office, Reliance. Gayatri couldn't join us in person, but we got a message from her. Let's hear it up from Gayatri.
Thank you, Team Impact, for this incredible honor for being on the 13th edition of the Most Influential Women list for 2025. The word influence is a often misunderstood word. But, if you study the etymology of the word, you see that the word comes from the Latin word influere, which means to be in flow. And I've always believed that flow is a greater state than focus, and certainly a much superior state than force. Because when you're in flow, your mind, body, and spirit all achieve that mystical state, what in Sanskrit is known as a javam, to be in alignment. And I believe that is the true point where you see yourself not even as an agent, but truly as an instrument, that things don't happen by you, it happens through you. And you surrender to the larger cause and see yourself not in control, but really in service and to contribute to the greater good. And really, I think that's what we're celebrating today, is influence being used in the power, to direct positive change in society. And I think we live in an interesting confluence of two trends. The first is you see India, which is this ancient civilization, but it's increasingly taking its place as an emergent, modern, young nation, and taking its rightful place in the global stage. And on the other hand, you see women who have always been the center of the Indian family and the Indian community, but now stepping out and making such an impact in various fields, from business to marketing to creativity to science to storytelling to governance and even nation building. And I think that is truly what we're celebrating tonight, which is it is such an incredible time to be alive. It's such an incredible time, when you look at the confluence of trends amongst us and the opportunity to truly use influence to serve the greater good. So a very, very warm thank you and congratulations to everyone in the room. I'm sorry I couldn't be with you in person, but this is a super exciting, super amazing night, and thank you so much.
Well, congratulations, and congratulations to Gayatri on bagging this incredible award. As she rightly mentioned, the importance of the list. And on that note, let's move ahead to our next one.
And the award goes to
Ruchira Chetli, Chief Marketing Officer at Diageo India, United Spirits Limited. Well, Ruchira couldn't join us in person, but we do have a message from her side.
Thank you so much for nominating me to the Impact Women in Marketing list this year. It is a huge honor, and I'm very grateful to be included along with such an amazing group of peers from across the industry. So deep-felt gratitude for being a part of what is truly a fantastic list of professionals.
Congratulations. And moving on, let's find out the next iconic women making it to the list.
And the award goes to
Manoj Thodiwala, CEO, PhD, India. Please let's give it up for Manoj. Mighty congratulations. And we request you to please say a few words. The mic. Didn't you switch it on?
Hello. Yeah. I just want to say that I'm all tapped out. I just kept hearing names and I didn't think mine would come very soon or would come at all. Thank you so much. Thank you, Impact. Thank you, everybody on the jury. Thank you, Sam. Thank you, Karthik. I don't have anything inspiring to say. A lot of women before me have said such amazing, inspiring stuff. All I just want to say is that with deep gratitude, I thank my entire tribe that is sitting here. Some amazing colleagues that I've worked with and I continue to work with. Thank you so much. I don't think it would have been possible without you. Thank you.
Thank you and congratulations, Manoj. And our next iconic lady joining us on the list is...
And the award goes to
Vinayfar Gilani, founding partner and creator of Talented. A big round of applause. And we request you to please say a few words.
It's such an exceptional honor to be here. Thank you, Sam Balsara, Anurag, the entire jury, Neeta Nair, for curating this year on year. I think what it does is it makes us believe that winning is not a zero-sum game. 50 women can look at each other and only see abundance, which is incredible. I live this reality every day at Talented. Imagine working at an organization where 65% of our leadership is all women. I see Sonal, who leads finance, and women across life stages. Sonal, who leads finance, is a mum. And at the same time, she talks with pride about how she never paid the maternity tax. Aransha, who leads people, who is introverted, shy, and a force to reckon with. Pooja, who I co-lead creative with, who plays in the biggest of leagues and is unabashedly herself. And Namrata, who's, I think, before 25th birthday, made co-founder of a talented grid company, Marketing Stack. How wonderful that we get to see each other and not see threat and see abundance. Platforms like this create that and sort of create a new status quo for all of us. And I would be remiss if I didn't say that in the past year, the Indian advertising industry perhaps saw one of its biggest shakeups. And I wish that more women were steering and leading that charge. But having said that, a platform like this, the rise of independence, both make me feel so optimistic. Thank you so much again.
Thank you and congratulations, Vinayfar. And let's find out our next iconic women joining us on this list.
And the award goes to
Let's give it up for Ravi Gangapur, CEO, Stockholm Publicis Group. Let's give Kapi a big round of applause. I request you to say a few words.
Gosh, I can't believe that. I was wondering when my name was going to be called, and I was feeling so nervous about it. But thank you so much. Thank you, jury. Thank you so much, Sam. And thank you for Ephraim. This appreciation is not personal. It's not just personal at all. And if anybody has been following our trajectory at Starcom, I must say this truly goes to all my team members at Starcom, right? They've done an incredible job in building the brand that it is today, the culture, coming to work, the resilience they bring to the table, and gosh, what a journey it's been in the last year or so. So thank you so much. And I celebrate all the women over here. So happy to see all of you. Some of you have been friends who've been part of my journey. So thank you so much. And of course, I think family who are my, silent cheerleaders, and sometimes you kind of tend to forget them and you're so engrossed in your own work. So thank you for being there, and thank you for being all the support. And last but not the least, I must definitely thank and appreciate my boss, Anupriya Acharya, who's been there, who's been a trailblazer herself, who's been on the impact list. Number one, of course, and for being the visionary and for being the guidance and the support that you've given me. Thank you so much.
Thank you and congratulations, Rati. What a fabulous win. Let's give it up for her, please. And with that, let's find out our next one joining us on the list.
And the award goes to
Kavita Chaturvedi, NEO Chief Executive, Biscuits, Confections, Chocolates and Coffee, ITC Limited. Well, Kavita couldn't join us, but we have somebody on her behalf collecting the award. Congratulations. And with that, let's move ahead to our next win. Request your attention on the screen.
And the award goes to
Geetika Mehta, Managing Director, Nivea, India. Well, Geetika couldn't join us in person, but we have a message from her. Let's hear it out.
Good evening, everyone. I'm truly honored to be recognized by Impact Magazine as one of the top 50 influential women. This recognition is not mine alone. It really reflects all the effort, the encouragement, and the guidance that I have received from my mentors, my colleagues, and my family, who have been true partners through this journey. I wish I could have been there with you today, but I had to travel. But it's such a privilege to be part of such an illustrious group. And congratulations to all the other fellow awardees. Once again, thank you for this honor. It encourages me to and motivates me to continue driving for more meaningful impact. Have a wonderful evening. Thank you.
Congratulations, Geetika. And with that, thank you so much, Karthik, for joining us. Thank you so much, Karthik, for joining us today. Thank you. And may I now take the opportunity to call upon our jury member and past winner of this list. Please give it up for Anupriya Acharya, CEO, Publicis Group, South Asia. Please let's give it a big round of applause as we welcome her on stage as our next presenter. Truly an honor, Anupriya, having you. And with that, let's find out our next win as we go from the 3, 2, 1.
And the award goes to
And the third it is Epsilon Pathak CEO, WPP Creative India, and Executive Chairperson. Please, let's give it a big, big round of applause. These are the top 3 honors of tonight. The third on the list has arrived. Well, we request you to please say a few words.
Hi, everyone. Thank you. Thank you to the jury. Thank you, Impact. Thank you, everyone. You know, this award has a name of a person, but it's never because, it's always because of many people behind this. People who show up every single day with their brilliance, their resilience, their passion, and their heart. I want to remember and thank Piyush. Okay, he's not there with us now, but yeah. But he believed in people and he believed in possibility. And a lot of what we carry forward today is really a result of his inspiration, his mentorship, and his teaching. So I miss him, and I feel very grateful for the example that he set for me and for all of us. A big shout out to my Ogilvy board and the Ogilvy family. Thank you. I want to thank them for their trust, their support, and their partnership. And I'm so fortunate to, to be on this journey with them. Also want to, call out my WPP creative leaders, many of which are actually very strong leaders who need to be on this list. So I'm surprised they're not on this list, maybe next year. Yeah. And I'm looking forward to working with them, more closely. And I'm very excited about what we're going to be able to create together. Yeah. So thank you, everyone, and good night.
Thank you and congratulations. Thank you so much, and what an absolute honor. And with this, we move ahead and find out at the rank 2 who makes it to the list.
And the award goes to
Priyanka Sahal, the co-founder of Sleep Company. Well, Priyanka couldn't join us in person. Priyanka couldn't join us in person, but we have somebody on her behalf collecting this award. Please, let's give Priyanka a warm, warm round of applause. She'll be watching the live feed somewhere, so let that applause continue. And now for the final honor of tonight. But before that, may I also request the editor of Impact Magazine, Neeta Nair, to also join us on stage. Let's be kind and give her a big, big round of applause.
I would also request Mr. Atul Hegde. Atul is still here? Gone. Yes, all. Mr. Hegde, why don't you join? Hopefully Atul's listing of YAP will change the fortunes of this industry, and more advertising and marketing agencies will list and grow on the stock market.
Perfect. Thank you so much, Atul, for joining us as well. Now, ladies and gentlemen, we've reached the grand finale. I can almost read the names on your faces, and I guess it's quite evident at this point of the night, we've arrived at the moment everyone has been waiting for. The reveal of the #1 spot on the Impact Top 50 Women 2025 list. Ladies and gentlemen, she's somebody who, under her leadership, Google India has driven a concerted focus on democratizing the cutting-edge technology for businesses of all sizes. accelerated by the rollout of advanced marketing AI solutions that empower businesses to transform, optimize efficiency, and unlock new revenue streams. In her role, she's somebody who has prioritized solving deeply rooted local challenges, ensuring that transformational AI technology is built for and reaches to the people and communities who need it the most. In her 3 decades journey, she's somebody who has held senior leadership roles and positions at major financial institutions like the NatWest Group, American Express, and the Standard Chartered Bank. An alumnus of IIM Ahmedabad, she's somebody who has consistently built high-performing teams and driven business transformation. Let's find out who the person is. Requesting you to focus on BAV.
And the award goes to...
Ladies and gentlemen, let's give it up for Preeti Lobana, Country Manager and Vice President of Google India. Well, this is the moment we've been waiting for. Each and everyone in the room, let's give Preeti a mighty round of applause. Making it at the top spot in the Impact Top 50 Women 2025. Preeti Lobana, congratulations. Preeti?
Yeah. Thank you, Impact Magazine, the esteemed jury, and E4M for this honor. For decade plus, this list has celebrated women, celebrating, women who have shaped India's business, media, and culture. And to stand amongst them, and especially the women that I heard from today, is really humbling and energizing. I've been working for a very long time, and as some of the others have said before me, it is just remarkable to see the sheer diversity of the industries, of the experiences, and all of that. Such a proud moment. And thank you, Impact, for enabling it. Even in 2026 in India today, we need that stage. A moment like this naturally makes one look back. I stepped into my professional life many, many years ago in the early 90s, when India itself was changing and liberalization had just started. Markets opened, new sectors opened up, we got new vocabulary, and candidly, new jobs were created, and that's the time we started seeing women a lot more in the corporate world. I spent much of my earlier career in the structured and very hierarchical world of banking across many multinational banks. But the coming of these global institutions, like I said, brought new systems, new kinds of roles. The degree of offshoring that happened gave us opportunities to work in global teams. Crucially, it opened the floodgates for women professionals, both in Indian private sector banks and multinationals. And that was amazing, because even 15, 20 years ago, you could see a lot of the CEOs were women, path-breaking indeed. For the last many years at Google, I've had the privilege of working across India, APAC, and the global stage across teams. One thing I want to share with you, that if someone like me, who had been a banker for 25 plus years, who was one of the most offline people, you could think of, could join Google and make it here, is the power of grit, perseverance, agility in learning and unlearning what made you successful, and learning and adapting to the new. And the landscape may look very different, but what never changes is what we heard from many of you earlier, that it takes a village to get us here. Now, whether it was banking that was transforming India in the early 90s, because believe me, before the 90s, we didn't have many of the financial services products easily available that helped transform India. And then, of course, the internet and technology played such a big role. Now, to me, these could have looked like very different chapters, but I always ask the question, how do we get, technology to drive transformation? And when technology changes things and systems, who benefits from that change? Who is included and who's left behind? And that question matters even more today when AI is transforming the world and there are so many concerns and questions around it. AI exponentially expands human capability. It helps convert access into capability. It gets us to learn much faster in a very personal way. It helps us build applications faster, translate faster, diagnose medical issues faster. Basically, problems that were population scale and tough for a country like ours seem like maybe it's within reach. And I also know that historically, technology has been, any big technology gets these big questions, the promise, but the skepticism, and even more so with AI. What the heck is it gonna do? Will it really be a positive, force for good or not? And we understand because, there are valid concerns. But as I said, AI is moving from discussions and theory, not only into companies and enterprises. Many of you are top marketeers who are adopting these tools, but from where I come, for me, it is about transforming healthcare in India, agriculture in India, and education in India, and that's what drives me. It is fitting that this honor comes from Impact, because more than influence, I love the term impact. Because influence can be just sometimes about visibility or promotion or being in the right room or schmoozing with the right people. But impact is what really excites me. At Google India, that guides our work. It is very, very critical that we are driving transformation for good, that we are building digital trust, and we are serving the needs of small businesses that are the engine of any country. Which means there are solutions at Google, not just in marketing, but in the breadth of our products and the technology we bring must solve solutions at scale. Thank you for this honor. I say, like many of you, this is not for me. It's an entire village. It is my exceptional team members in my 3 decades plus of career who, as some of you mentioned, we don't get, to mentor others. The mentees do some upward mentoring as well. I have learned so much from young members of my team, not just from the wise mentors who guided me, to the amazing managers and leaders who took a bet on me, including those, who took, gave me this opportunity to be a country manager last year. The sponsors who took my name in rooms that I had not entered. And of course, my parents. I'm probably much older than most of you, other than maybe Mr. Balsara. My parents, my father and my mother, who taught me how to, it's okay to be ambitious. It is okay to challenge, be knowledgeable, but challenge. My father, who was a judge, taught us on the dining table how to argue opposing points of view from a very young age, which helped me to, drive difficult conversations and take difficult decisions. My husband, JP, who's been rock solid through some very crazy times in my career when, you do those 36-hour stints or you're traveling, 3 weeks in a month. My sons, Karan and Aman, who were very understanding when I couldn't be there for every moment for them. And to my amazing domestic help, those amazing women and men who look after my house and everything, because I barely have any time to give during the weekday. It's they who keep things running. So big thank you to them. Now, when a woman reaches a senior leadership role, the effect is never limited to that role and that company alone. She, and many of you know this, that woman changes what younger women imagine for themselves. For me, it was Naina Lal Kidwai when I started in banking. A senior woman leader really changes, and I say this very confidently, how teams function and the culture of decision making and how we view ambition. So there is not a double bind of, oh, she's too aggressive and too ambitious. How do you balance that? And how do you make sure that assumptions don't hold anyone back, you know? In technology, we always look for force multipliers, that one input that will lead to a massive scaled output. Leadership works the same way, you would agree. When one woman breaks through, she multiplies the pathways for thousands behind her. And I tell you, even in 2026, I am in some meetings where I'm still the only woman in the room. The meetings are going fewer in number. It is less and less frequent, but that still happens. And so it is on us to make sure that we are providing that support to all the women around us, making sure that that fair and equitable, you know, is discussions and promotions and opportunities and all of those are being provided. Moving past just including women to recognizing that women are a force of change and really the engine of the economy. And AI accelerates this journey, by the way. I'm so optimistic about it because now a woman entrepreneur in a very small town in India can just very easily make an app, make sure she accesses the market, and she gets the easy credit that was tough for her. So that is why AI is critical in how it will transform, but it will not erase every barrier. No technology does. Social change is not a software update. It is slower and it's more stubborn. The number of us in this room tells us that we've broken through many glass ceilings, but there is still some distance to go. If technological progress drives innovation, it must be built on a foundation of empathy and inclusion. Empathetic and inclusive progress that consciously leaves no one behind. I want to be a bit controversial and say at times I find women who've achieved a lot being a bit shy about, am I a woman achiever? Why are you labeling me a woman? And I wear that with pride because there are many, many things and factors that got us here. We aren't at the point when you can say, don't look at my gender. It needs to be looked at to make sure that we have equity. As leaders, it is our responsibility to make sure this next era of growth is ambitious, safe, and widely shared. And as women leaders, we carry that extra responsibility to make the path less lonely for those who come next. Sir, and the jury, I accept this recognition with deep gratitude, but also with a sense of work still unfinished. Thank you and have a wonderful evening. Thank you.
Thank you and a mighty congratulations, Preeti. Let's give it up for her, everyone. And may I please request you to stay back with us, Preeti. Preeti, please do stay back with us. We'd also like to take the opportunity, and it is time, of course, we're not done yet. We've got the special edition of the Impact 50 Most Influential Women in Marketing, Advertising and Media. The special edition is going to be unveiled right now. May I also take the opportunity of inviting Karthik Sharma and Ashwin Padmanabhan to please join us as well. Let's give them both a big, big round of applause. Come on, everyone in the room, the night is young. Let's continue that applause for each other. A beautiful night. And with this, may I request the special edition to be now given to each and every one of them. Trust me, this edition is for keeps. Don't forget to grab your copy on the way out. And do not go anywhere as we're going to be all calling all of you for the group photograph towards the end. So every woman who's made it on the list would be requested to join us on the stage. We'll just give them a moment for the basic hygiene, wherein we have all of them holding the special edition. Let that energy continue. Come on, everyone. And with this, we now present the special edition of the Impact 50 Most Influential Women. Let's give it up for them. At the 13th edition of the Impact Top 50 Women. Congratulations to all the jury members, to the editorial team, and of course all the ones who made it to the list. Congratulations to each and every one of you. And as we have a look at the list, may I please now take the opportunity of inviting all our winners. Come on, let's bring you all in the limelight. It's now time for a group photograph. May I please urge all of you, all the winners, do not take further time. Take this opportunity of joining all our dignitaries on stage. All the winners. It's a beautiful night. And we request all the winners to please join us on stage for the group photograph. When here's to the trailblazers who continue to inspire change, break barriers, and lead from the front. One final call for all the winners to please join us on the main stage for a group photograph. Any of our winners in the pre-function area, requesting you to kindly join us inside. One final call for our winners to please join us on the main stage. One final call for all the winners to join us on the main stage. All the winners present in person to please join us on the main stage. Well, these are the phenomenal women who made it to the Impact Top 50 Women 2025. Truly, tonight has been a celebration of ambition, leadership, resilience, and influence. Every woman in this room is a reminder of how powerfully the industry continues to evolve. And of course, here's to the next generation of women who will shape the future of this business. May I request all of you in the room, let's give it up once again, one final time, for Impact Top 50 Women 2025. Thank you so much to each and every one of you for joining us.
I also just want to thank the Impact team for putting this all together. Nevolina, Raina, Samohini, Zenia, Preet, everybody who's here and who's not here as well. Thank you so much.
And also, as we bid each other, we also would want to thank our partner, our co-partner Bidwid, on this incredible support they have given to us, all our guests and attendees for being a part of this special night. This is me, Bhavna Bhatia, signing off today, and thank you so much for being such a wonderful audience. Please do join us for dinner outside. Thank you, and God bless.